kind of business would I really want that I'm going to get free
Right.
that demands that I have a really good location? It's usually retail, right? I don't know of what else besides retail demands and retail is probably not going to get you free.
I think you would have to scale it to the point. I mean, I don't think you're ever really free, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you own, you started, Carl Jr.'s or something and eventually, but
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
was thinking the same. Like, but
yeah, but that's at a level that, I mean, there again, hitting that level, even on a retail, the odds of doing that to get free, like if your objective was to get free, do I want to do something where I have like a 1 in a million chance of getting there by having a chain of retail locations and I can eventually just back out and have people run it for me? That is such a small chance of ever pulling that off that's not playing the odds, if you will, right?
yeah,
But doing something like we do, and we're in the credit card processing business, if you have the desire, the gumption, you're willing to put in the work, if you would do these things and listen to a good mentor, you're going to have success 90% of the time. I can tell you a million people that started retail locations that will never get free.
yeah. Or restaurants, banks
Rest,
won't even lend, typically won't lend money to a restaurant because
right.
the chances of failure are too high, and then they can't pay it back. So unless you have a home equity line of credit to open a restaurant, the chance, or have your own cash, the chance of you getting financing for a restaurant is low
Slim.
because the high failure rate. Even people that know restaurants and have done it before don't get a loan on a restaurant.
Hmm.
It's still not
Hmm.
a good bet. Still not a
Hmm.
good bet. But so in that case, location's important. I think of I think of like where we live in Florida. It's a big tourist area, and
Right.
and the food is overpriced. It's not really that good anymore.
Hmm.
Uh, it's okay, but it's not. It's way overpriced, and
Right.
they're making money hand over fist because of their location. People come into town, they love
Right.
it, they want to hang out, they want to spend money like drunken sailors.
Right.
But the restaurant owners don't get free either. They make a good amount of money, but they can never. They're always it's like a ball and chain to that restaurant. They can't get away unless they sell it, which I'm thinking of one guy who I remember he started and I loved him, loved the guy. He and his wife worked all the time, and together they were had families before getting married, and so I think together they had 9 kids. All the
Wow.
9 kids worked in the restaurant. It was a family affair. The food was awesome. The guy that owned the restaurant was always in, and and you knew him, he knew you, and
Hmm.
they it was just a cool little setting. And he finally made enough money he could buy a blue Corvette, and he always wanted his blue Corvette. And so man, he was rolling, and he made it and then a company that owns restaurants bought some restaurants in town and bought his. So now he has his money, and of course, he went and opened another restaurant, and it failed. And then he didn't have any more money, and so now he had to go down the road. He's the like food and beverage manager down at down the road a few miles at this little complex of a bunch of restaurants. But you know, and when you sell your business too, at the end of it. So if you go, oh, I just want to like the book Built to Sell. How many people do you know that they sell it and then they don't have the cash flow anymore? It's,
Well,
it's like
that's
selling the
there.
cow. And
Therein lies the rub. They can't
yeah,
get enough
right.
by selling it to equal the cash flow they had by working 90 hours a week. So they
Yeah.
go, well, I'm going to sell it. And then, they have the cash flow of owning the business and the lifestyle to fit that cash flow. And once that changes, it's a problem. And I've seen a lot of guys that say, man, I sold my interesting. I played golf yesterday with a guy and his wife, and I'd never met him. My daughter and I were playing with him, and he used to buy and sell businesses. And he's a retired guy, did pretty well. And he said that was one of the biggest things that, because I asked him, I was interested in hearing what he had to say. And I was like, well, he goes, I go, what are the biggest downfalls do you see when people sell? And he goes, one of the biggest things is people sell too early. But they had these jobs or owned these companies that were so demanding of their time. They finally reached a point where they said, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah,
I
can't
gotta
take it
sell
anymore.
burnout. I can't
Yeah,
freaking take it. I gotta go. So and that's all our mindset has always been, how do we build something that once, like flight, right? When a plane is taking off, there's a lot of energy that goes into getting that plane up in the air. But once that plane's at cruising altitude, it takes 1/10 the energy to keep it going. And
Right.
that was always our mindset. How do we create things like that? There's less burnout. You have way more freedom to do other things that you enjoy doing, which is a healthier existence for you. So selling your deal can be tricky, can be
Well,
really.
even if you get burned out, like in what we do, even if you get burned out, you still have passive income coming in. So you can go,
Mhm.
you can go, you
You
escape
can
for a
take a
while. You can take a breather. There's no other business that you can take a breather unless you have some sort of passive income. If you take a breather, you may as well, take a dirt nap because this
Yeah,
baby's
right.
going down.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
you know,
100% right. Yeah, you
yeah,
closing your restaurant for 4 weeks while you go to Europe and hang out. You'll come back and you're not going to have the same deal. You lose too much momentum. I mean, it
yeah,
just people start
yeah,
going elsewhere. They forget. They
yeah,
try other restaurants. They like this better.
yeah.
Whatever. Yeah,
You're easily forgotten.
yeah, you're easily forgotten. And, you still got that mortgage on that restaurant or the rent or whatever. I mean, that stuff still continues on, but there's no money coming in.
Right.
So it's like, what do you do? Where, yeah, it's interesting in when you do a deal like the one we're involved with, it's, and I see it with a lot of our sales partners. I mean, they're still producing to a degree, maybe not as much as they used to because they're free. They're free, but their machine automatically shoves them business every month. So they just write it because, they're spending 5, 10 hours a week, but they're making 25 grand a month.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
it's like semi-retirement,
And they
dude.
don't have any overhead. Maybe
They
they
don't
don't have
have
any
any.
overhead. Usually they work from home.
Yeah, right. And so
Yeah, there's no overhead.
that's a dream deal. That is
Yeah.
a dream deal. And yeah, I don't want to be chained down. I think most people probably don't. I mean, if your lifelong dream is, you've gone to culinary school and you just got to have this restaurant, dude, I get it. God bless you. But there will come a point in your life where you're going to go, okay, I don't want to be in the kitchen, you know, uh, 60 hours a week anymore.